And here we are, my friends. Hello, Collective. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for this week. How are you? Happy Monday. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. And if you are brand new and you've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for trying this out. And if you are the ride or die and you're here all the time, thank you so much for clicking, for viewing, for subscribing, and for being in the comments. We are a bit of a community here by now, and we like to be in the comments, some of us. So if you are a person who likes to be in the comments, likes to be seen, I would love to greet you in the comments. So what is this reading? Well, this reading is me going from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to read all of the signs. I'm going to mark everything down below in the description, and it's going to result as you being able to just scroll and find your chapter. You can just find whatever sign you are looking for. I'm just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. You don't even know what's going on if you're just watching for your sun sign. It's just your personality. You already know that. So go on the interwebs. The natal charts are free and plentiful everywhere on the internet. Please at least find your moon and your rising sign. If you are interested, my friends, I do have openings over at Wizio. Readings are available beginning at $40, and all you need to do is look below this video. The first pinned comment has the link to Wizio, and you just need to sign up over there. And I'm on a 10-day turnaround time. Keep that in your mind as you book. All right. I think that's all the blah blah I got for you. Happy birthday, Aries. Thank you so much for being here to view, and I hope you're having a good Aries season to begin with. We are in Mercury retrograde, my friends. We are in the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. And so if things are going a little wonky, just remember that Mercury will be retrograding at the 1st of April. So right now we're in the shadow phase. What is Mercury? Well, Mercury is responsible for our communication, the way that we think, the way that we communicate with other people, thoughts, communication. So I'm just going to say be careful as it's retrograding, you know. Sometimes you just may not want to look at maybe really important decisions or contracts, or maybe at least have another pair of eyes with you, someone that you trust, before you sign anything really important. And be aware with the planetary shifts as they are right now. I think Mars and Neptune are probably somewhere in around Pisces, I think, last time I looked. So there is Pluto and Aquarius. Look, there's a lot of opportunity for us to get mad at each other. So just be aware that we're in that phase already. All right, here we go, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Happy birthday, my friends. Let's find out what's coming up for you this week. The sneak peek for this week for Aries, just remember, it is just the sneak peek for this week is always for the next 7 days, whether you find it today, tomorrow, or the day after that, or the year after that. Who knows, right? All right, we are starting out with the devil. We have Capricorn energy here for Aries. Why is that? We have the star, and we have the Two of Wands. It almost feels like you're trapped, I want to say. It feels like you are the star and you should be out front. You should be out front where everybody can see you, but I feel like you're stuck somewhere. I want to say that you're maybe stuck at the crossroads here. It's like you should be the star. You should have people looking at you and cheering you on, and your wish fulfillment is here. But I want to say first, this is like the first item of business here. That's what it looks like. It feels like you're stuck at the Two of Wands because of doubt or fear, possibly. Fear of going out into the unknown, right? We have to get comfortable with the unknown. And I feel like right now you're not comfortable with it. I feel like you're kind of staring at this crossroads here at the Two of Wands, trying to make a decision about what you should do for you, about what adventure you should take, Aries. I do believe you have some wish fulfillment. Tell me what this wish fulfillment is, please. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. Well, I want to say that it might have something to do with money, being stable, maybe starting a business, but this is also, this wish fulfillment could also be self-mastery. I feel like you want to defeat the devil or overcome the devil. I feel like you struggle with fear and doubt about the self, about how powerful you really are. I want to say the devil has their back to the star for a reason. It's because the star is trying to outshine the devil. And I feel like you are someone who is like A star under glass I just saw at the museum. Charlie just showed me, Charlie's my guide. He just showed me a star, a bright star under the glass at the museum. It's almost like you have all this potential after doing all this work on yourself, but I don't think you are ready to take whatever step forward that you need to take in order to make some sort of a large investment. So the large investment could be in the self. This large investment is probably in the self because 8 and 1 is 9, and 9 is where you get your confidence that you can build this thing by yourself. Aries, you don't need any help building this thing, whatever you're building, whatever adventure you're fixing to go on here. You don't need anybody's help. You already are the 9 Pentacles here, and you do have this Ace of Pentacles because the universe is telling you you're getting ready to change your life. As soon as you can get past the fear of the devil here, I feel like you will be going to the crossroads and going on some type of adventure here. Tell me what else I need to know. We have the Death card. It's going to take a transformation. And I feel like the transformation is going to be the devil energy, my friend. I feel like you need to stop dogging on yourself. I think you just need to stop talking badly to yourself, right? It feels like you have some fears and you're holding yourself back from this amazing stuff. Look at this. Right? The 2 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles is telling me that there is something that is incredibly abundant out there for you, and you have the confidence to go get it. But first, you got to scoot by the Death card here. First, it's going to take like an ego death or a transformation or something that you've never done before. If you want something you've never gotten before, Aries, you're going to have to do something you've never done before. And that's where this is here. I feel like this is a little bit of being scared here. Could have something to do with the Empress, or maybe you're just feeling abundant. Oh no, you're holding back secrets from the Empress. That's what's going on here. There is either secrets or something is being held under the surface. It feels like something is being concealed, or maybe you're just not being completely and truly honest with the Empress here. That's what it feels like. And tell me why the devil is here. Tell me why the devil is here for Aries, please. Hang on, things are buckling up here. Tell me why the devil is here for Aries, please. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. So it feels like you're scared if you make some sort of big decision that it's going to result in you either having a financial loss or being on the outside looking in of everyone else. Like, I feel like you're this star. You can see how it's the 5 of Pentacles is kind of covering the star. And I feel like it's the 5 of Pentacles that is connecting you with the devil. It feels like you're scared to lose something, or you don't want to be left out, or you don't want to be left in sadness. Tell me why the 5 of Pentacles is here. We've got the 7 of Wands. And we've got the Ace of Cups. I want to say that it feels like you're holding back on something really wonderful, my friend. We do have the Ace of Cups, right? We have the Page of Cups. So, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles is what I'm trying to say. So we do have the 7 of Wands, and I want to say that there is some sort of bright idea that you're not sharing or you're not moving forward. You might be a little bit afraid of how great this can be. Maybe you're someone who's not really experienced really wonderful things. But I want to say that by standing your ground here in this energy with the devil, I feel like you're giving up something, which is the Ace of Cups here. Now, we did see the Empress on the bottom of the deck, so I don't know if the 7 of Swords and the Empress means that someone has been I don't feel like you're the Empress. I feel like if anything, you're the Emperor. It feels like, you know, the Death card might be yours too. You could have Scorpio energy here or Aquarius. We do have Capricorn energy here, but I don't think that that's your energy. I feel like that you are a star that's being held under glass, and I don't know if you're doing that to yourself or if you're allowing people to do that to you. But I feel like you're scared that if you step forward into this 2 of Wands here, that I feel like you're scared that you're going to shine really brightly and then everyone else is going to fall away. You see how this is here? I feel like you're scared that the Ace of Wands is you, right? That is Aries energy. You're scared that people are going to fall away from you if you shine too bright. And I say to you, let them. That's been kind of a theme Let them. It's been kind of a theme in these readings for the last couple of weeks. I feel like you have to let people be who they're going to be, Aries, so you can then in turn be who you're going to be. Tell me about this crossroads here with the Ace of Pentacles. What's going on here, please? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have the Justice card. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, and the Hanged Man. All right. Look, if you decide to step forward into this unknown place, because I feel like the Two of Wands is where you're at right now, Aries. I feel like you have a decision to make. And you are holding back your stardom, holding back your shine, holding yourself back because there's people around you who don't shine as bright as you, and you're scared to step forward into the brightness of your own light because you don't want everyone to fall away. And I say to you, sometimes that's just what happens. Sometimes people can't handle your light, and they are going to move. They are going to move the way they will move. Let them. So we do have the Ace of Pentacles here. We have the Justice card. I feel like you're getting some sort of karmic justice in the pentacle world, and it's going to be big. It's not going to be small. But I think the universe is waiting for you to step forward and make your decision or make your choice here. Look, the Wheel of Fortune is here with justice. Whatever you do from here going forward, this is your time. Aries season, this is your time. And I feel like there are great changes in the way you see justice coming into your life. We do have the Hanged Man energy. I feel like that you sort of go into this self-sacrificing energy where you're not willing to change. So maybe you could have some fixed energy as well, Aries, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. But I feel like what you need to do in order to get some balance in your life, I think, is to make your decision and go on that Two of Wands path here. It's going to change you. It's going to change your life. It's going to change who you are if you decide that you will transform here. Look at that energy. We've got the Judgment card. We've got the Six of Cups, and we have the Six of Swords. Wow, you're making a big decision to move away from somebody who you consider to be a soulmate. The Judgment card is Virgo and Pisces energy. It feels like you are making a really big decision to end something so you can begin something with a soulmate here. It feels like you're moving away from a soulmate with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. It feels like you're moving away from that to go towards someone who's a soulmate. Like it feels like, you know, you've got a choice between soulmates here, I want to say. The Judgment card tells me you're making some sort of really big decision based on nostalgia, based on history, right? The Six of Cups, and that you are moving away from some sort of a chaotic energy and moving forward into the future here. We do have the World card, so I do feel there's a significant change coming here. I do believe that if you decide that you are the star, and you are, I know you are already, but if you can't see it, nobody can tell you. So if you want to shine your light, if you want your wish fulfillment and you want to get out from under the glass here, Aries, I feel like you need to make a decision, and it is a big one. It's to close the door on something, to bring you to some sort of a milestone or an achievement. It's something that you're currently thinking about doing. You're currently holding on to something here. And I feel like what is going to be ending here is a long-term relationship. There's something that you've put a lot of energy and life and money into in the 3D world. And I feel like you're thinking about closing the door. I feel like you're kind of stuck here in this Virgo energy here. We've got the Six of Wands. It tells me there is going to be victory should you decide to open your mouth and say something here. So I feel like you, my friend, are holding yourself back because, you know, I think you're at the point at your life, Aries, where you know that you got to go and you can't take everybody with you. And that is really weighing heavy on your heart. That you know that if you decide to shine, there are going to be people who are not necessarily interested in watching you shine. And I would say you are correct about that. But you need to do what's best for you. All right, here we go. Taurus. My bull gang, here we go. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Welcome to your sneak peek for this week, Taurus. Here we go, Taurus. If you're interested in a private read, Taurus, look at the first comment pinned below this video. There is a link there to Wizio. If you're interested in a private read, I'm on a 10-day turnaround time. All right, here we go. Let's talk about it. Taurus, what's coming up for you this week? We do have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Taurus, you're letting go of something. You're becoming more vulnerable and open, but I think mostly I want to say there's something here that you have decided to loosen your grip on. I think you're letting it go. Okay, I just saw in my mind's eye, Charlie, my guide, he's been very active with me today. It's almost a little exhausting, but I just saw that the old man from the movie Up, holding on to the balloons, and he's heading off to the next realm. That it feels like, I'm not saying you're leaving the earth, Taurus, is what I'm saying is you're letting go of whatever has kept you solid on the ground, and you're about to soar here. And I feel you just needed to let go. What else do we have here? Yeah, you had to let go of the worries and the fears that you had about the future and the things you couldn't stop thinking about in the past. I feel like you're letting go of all of it. The way I think you might let go is by going out. You might be getting invitations in this week, possibly getting together with friends. It could be definitely somebody coming in to ask you to go out for a date, but I'm not saying like maybe it's not a date, but it is celebration and happiness and fun. And I feel like you're about to let go this week at some time with some friends here. Maybe go out, kick up your heels, do a little bit of dancing, have some fun, maybe a few drinks. It feels like somebody here is about to let go and have some fun and get out of this damn Nine of Swords energy. I feel like you've been up in your head thinking obsessively about things that hurt you, or people that hurt you, or things you've done to other people. I think you've been alone for too long, Taurus, and it's time for you to go out with some friends here. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel the reason why you're letting go of these thoughts is because you're feeling confident, you're feeling good, you're feeling powerful. I want to say that I'm probably speaking to someone who is single, and I feel like you don't want to be single anymore, but I feel like that's what you're letting go of. Instead of putting your focus, Taurus, on what you don't have, put your focus on what you do have, and that will bloom, right? So I feel like you don't want to be single. You're letting go of this idea of what single is, because I feel like you are abundant as well. If you're not single, I feel like you're very abundant. You're building something by yourself. So that's what makes me think you're single. You're taking care of it yourself. You're doing your own thing. Oh, I'm hearing Miley Cyrus. I can buy myself flowers. I can hold my own hand. Talk to myself for hours, because I'm the only one that understands. So it feels like you've chosen this, I want to say. You're letting go of what it is. Like when people say, why are you single? You're like, because I want to be. I'm just letting go of this whole thing here. I don't really care what you think. Yeah, I'm letting go of it. I'm moving on, and let's just go and have some fun. So I don't think you're actually looking for a +1 right now. I feel like you're ready to disconnect from the chaos of holding on to something that you were holding on to for a long while. And now you're moving forward, and you've got a group of people here, friends or someone, maybe one person who wants to celebrate that with you. We've got the Four of Swords in the reverse. The person who wants to celebrate with you might be someone who wants to reconnect with you, Taurus. We do have the Four of Swords, but it's in the reverse. And when I see it in the upright, to me, it is about, little to no communication. I'm trying to heal the mind. I'm taking care of myself. And I feel like the Four of Swords in the reverse, she's holding a sword here, right? Wants to communicate about heartbreak, possibly, or is trying to understand it and what went on. I feel like you are reconnecting to friends after a while of being by yourself and not really going out, not really talking to other people. Tell me about the Three of Cups. What is this celebration, please, for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The sneak peek for this week for Taurus. We've got a Judgment card. We've got the Six of Wands, and we have the Four of Cups. We've got the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Sorry for all the ums. It's just like Charlie is rapid firing me today. I'm trying to make sense of it as it's coming in. So I apologize for the ums. Anyway, so we have the Judgment card, and we have the Six of Wands. We have the Four of Cups. I want to say that you've been missing out on things. You've been missing out on friends. I feel like you've been heavily connected to something in the past that you've just decided you're going to let go of. So I want to say that the big decision that you're making, I feel, is to have some sort of a victory and to leave behind the Four of Cups. The Six of Wands, of course, is like, it's like almost getting over the finish line. It's like someone's coming back from a place where they were really troubled. It was a really hard place. Like this card is a depiction of victory, but it's after the fight, after the war. You can see this person has victory, but they're in a wheelchair, but they're having victory, right? So this person has won something. They feel really proud of themselves, and other people are cheering them on. I feel like you thought that maybe these friends didn't want to talk to you anymore, but look, they got a lot to say. And I feel like they were just waiting for the right time, waiting for you to come out of hiding, I want to say, to stop ignoring their invitations. And I think that this week, Taurus, is a turning point for you. I feel like you're no longer going to ignore these offers that are coming to you here. I feel like it's time for you to get out and have some fun. It is going to be overwhelming. 4 and 3 is 7 cups. It's going to be an overwhelming situation, but I think you're overdue and it's time to have fun. I feel like you're disconnecting from this time that you had in healing mode. So maybe you just were disconnected from people. Yeah, you had a realization that maybe you were spending too much time alone here. And it's time to go. It's time to make a decision to have some fiery fun. I think what you wanted to try and avoid was the Five of Swords. So I feel like what you're trying to do here is, I just want to have fun, Elsie. I don't want to argue with people. I don't want to fight. I don't want to have, you know, these people that I used to hang out with. I don't want to do that thing anymore. But it feels like you're finding a new love tribe, or maybe instead of having like 50 friends, you've cut it down to 3, and now you're just going to go out with 3 of your friends. I feel like what you have been running away from is anybody who's going to give you any grief. I feel like that's what the Knight of Wands is telling me, that you're hightailing it out of there. If anybody is into conflict, disagreements, or battles, that you're backing off and you're out. I don't think you want to deal with it. And I think that's the realization that's coming in with the Tower. After you've been in this place of healing, you're like, okay, I'm going to come out. I'm going to disconnect from the chaos, and I'm in the calm now. Nobody's going to be able to terrorize me with the things that they say. So if anybody comes at you with this, with the Five of Swords, you're out of there. I feel like you're just going to go, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm just going to impulsively be out of there. So the Tower is this realization, I feel, that if anybody does come at you with the 5 swords, that you're ready to just close the door and be done with it. I'm not even going to fight with you. Yeah, the Empress wouldn't do that, right? That's if you are the Empress is not the person who fights back, who screams and yells, who tries to, you know, humiliate somebody behind the counter at the grocery store or in a fast food place. That's not the Empress. The Empress is the one who's in balanced energy and says, you know what, you're able to be I'm going to let you be who you're going to be. And I'm just going to close the door here because that's not my energy. So I feel like this is a changing time for you, Taurus, that you've done a lot of growing here all by yourself. You've done a lot of growing here all by yourself, and the World card tells me that whatever it is that's going on with you this week, you can consider that an accomplishment here. Yeah, we've got the 3s, right? We've got 3 of cups indicating overflowing emotions, happiness, and celebration. And then we have the 3 of pentacles. You're going to meet people who are like-minded in the 3D, people who collaborate or are cooperative, and you're going to be making new friends, I feel. So if you do get any invitations this week, I feel like because you have let go of some sort of an old thought pattern that had you stuck, that it is time for you to just head out, my friend, and enjoy meeting new people. Hang on a second here. I need a bigger table, y'all. Too many cards. Maybe I need less cards. All right. I'm missing one here. There we go. All right, Gemini, this is you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, if you are interested in a private read, please look at the first comment pinned below this video, and you will find what you need to get yourself over to Wizio if you're interested in a private read. Here we go. Let's talk about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini for the sneak peek for this week. We do have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. I feel like you are about to meet somebody new in the 3D. We do have the 8 of Wands, and so I want to say that here we are in Pentacles and Cups, but in the future we are in Wands. Things are going to be picking up or moving quicker because you're deciding to drop some sort of trouble that you've been carrying with you, something that's been weighing heavy on you. I feel, Gemini, that you have decided you're going to let go of here. So we do have the 6 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles, and I want to say that if you are invited out with friends, like if somebody, I don't know why I'm getting this in my head, but if somebody says to you, look, I'm going out with my boyfriend and my boyfriend has a friend that wants to meet somebody, do you want to come? It's almost like a blind date, but they've been vetted by your bestie already. It feels like that kind of energy, but it's not anything that is romantic. I feel like you're going out in Pentacles. You're just going out to the comedy club to have a few laughs and a few drinks and maybe meet somebody new. But I do feel you meet somebody new that I feel that you are attracted to. It's a surprise that you didn't think that you would get along with this person or be attracted to this person. But I feel like they're really good at giving reciprocity. There's someone who is looking forward to meeting someone else, and I think you are that someone else. So I think the Page of Cups might be a surprise emotional connection that you didn't expect here, Gemini. All right. We have the King of Cups, we have the World card, and we have the 4 of Swords. So, it does feel like you're looking at ending some type of emotional connection here. Gemini, it does feel like you require reciprocity, and I feel like you're getting reciprocity in some ways if you are in a relationship. Because the King of Cups is someone who is emotionally available and ready to date, and someone who's ready to, to be in a relationship. But I want to say that with the King of Cups here, that if you already are in a relationship, it feels like you might be closing the door on that. Only because the reciprocity here is in the Pentacle world. I feel like the only kind of reciprocity you're getting is in money or in 3D stuff. So it feels like maybe someone buys you things but doesn't really talk to you. Maybe someone, shows up with a gift but doesn't stay very long. Like, it feels like that to me. It feels like you are coming to some sort of a milestone in some sort of a partnership that you might be in. Possibly this person could be a friend, or maybe this is a friend that you're beginning to have feelings for some of you. I do feel for some of you, you'll be meeting someone new once you close this door. This is the new person here. But I feel like first you must close the door on a partnership. Now, whether you're in love with this partner or not is up to you. I think there are some feelings here, but it feels like somebody is not giving you enough of their attention, that they're putting their attention on everyone else and everything else, and they're leaving you standing here with the Cup, Gemini. So I feel like you're in the 4 of Swords, maybe not necessarily communicating every day with this person, but nonetheless communicating. And I think that's what you don't like. I feel like this person is kind of breadcrumbing you with messages, and I feel like it's hurting your feelings or making you feel left out, something like that. Tell me about the 3 of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the 3 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Cups. So I do feel like you're in a partnership. Now, it's interesting that it shows up as the 3 of Pentacles, because it feels like you're the one doing all the work and everyone else is watching. So this partnership is 3D, and I feel like, but I do feel like it's a love relationship. Like, it feels like you're dating somebody here, or you're in a relationship with somebody who lets you do all the work and they kind of just stand around and wait for your cup. That's what it feels like. There are 2 cups here. So if you are in a love relationship, it feels like there are feelings here, but I want to say that you're the one showing up as the King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So I feel like you are the one that's like, okay, I've done all these things for you here, and you've watched me do all the things in the Pentacle world, make money, go to my job, buy you a car, buy you a house. Maybe we're working on something together. I feel like this is a friend that you fell in love with. That's what it feels like. But it feels like somebody here is waiting for you to do all the work. Like, they're waiting for you as the King of Cups to gush on them. They're waiting for all of your loving energy. They're waiting for you to be emotionally available. And I think that you are, but I think that this person is really very concerned about what's going on in the Pentacle world. This person that you're with, if you are with anybody, they could be a soulmate, but it feels to me like it's somebody has an ego here. That's what it feels like. It feels like your person has a bit of an ego, and they feel like you should give them everything. It's like they're not very good at reciprocity. They take a lot, but they don't give a lot. They give to one person, and I don't think that one person is you. I really do feel like this is something here that it feels like you want to close the door, or you just want it to stop. But I feel like there is victory here, but only if you can walk away from the Queen of Cups. Because I feel like the Queen of Cups has got you making all the money, buying all the things, doing all the stuff. You know what I mean? I don't feel like they're really contributing because they think that they're beautiful enough, handsome or beautiful enough that you should be doing. It feels like entitlement with this Six of Wands. Someone's on their high horse. It feels like the Queen of Wands has a bit of entitlement as it pertains to the Ace of Cups. So if you're the person who puts notes in the lunchbox, this person's not doing it for you. They're like, yeah, they should. I deserve that. Like, it feels like entitlement here. So I feel like you're closing the door because I feel like you've had some time to think about it. We do have the Hermit here. It feels like you're in hermit mode thinking about the 10 cups, right? We can see here that you're kind of in the dark as to what to do with this relationship, that, you know, you do have emotional happiness when this person is with you, but I don't think that they're doing anything for you. And I want to say that this is what's going on. It's almost like they're a princess or an entitled masculine. Like they feel like, yes, I'm good looking. You should do it for me. Yes, I know my worth. You should do it for me. And it feels a little bit egoic, I'm just going to say. I feel like with the Hierophant in the reverse, that I feel like you're really taking a good hard look at all 10 cups and wondering, is it the 9 of cups or is it the 10 of cups? Like, I feel like you're good on your own, and I feel like you're thinking of closing the door. I want to tell you that when something ends, something begins. So it does feel like if you decide to close the door on this relationship, there will be another one that comes by. I feel like you will be meeting someone new, someone who thinks the way you do, feels the way you do, someone who's willing to put the effort in, the work in here. We have 3 Pentacles again. Look, it is another partnership. It starts in friendship. It starts with you meeting someone through a friend of a friend, but you realize that this person, this is exactly what reciprocity is supposed to feel like. Somebody putting in the energy, somebody pulling back the curtain to show you who they are. They're not somebody who's just taking and taking. They're someone who's ready to show you who they are. They're ready to put the energy in here. I feel like this person is really busy in their life. They could also be someone you met in the Pentacle world. We do have the Sun here. It could be a Leo, could be a Taurus, could be Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or a Leo. We've got the King and the Queen of Cups here, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So I feel like if you decide to walk away from this Queen of Cups who's kind of stuck in their ego about how relationships work, I feel like when you close that door, I feel like you do meet somebody else who is in Pentacles, who knows their worth, who sees your worth and is ready to put the work in and work on something here. So of course it's always going to be your decision, right? But I do believe that there's things that you're keeping under wraps here, and I think it is that you're ready to go. I think that you're ready to take this Chariot and go. We do have the Page of Wands here, which tells me you're ready to have something a little more exciting. There's also a 4 of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. So maybe you feel like you're missing out because you're just hanging out to appease whoever it is that you're with. This could be a friend, of course. It doesn't have to be a love relationship, but it does feel like it, like with the King and the Queen of Cups here, it does feel like it's an emotional connection that at one point was the 10 of Cups, but I feel like this person is like taking advantage of your emotions, of your love, of your good, kind giving situation. All right. Here we go, Cancer. This is you, my friend. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is coming up for Cancer in this sneak peek for this week, please. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, if you're interested in a private read, please look at the first pinned comment under this video. A link there for Wizio, or my readings begin at $40 if you are interested in that. Here we go. Let's talk about Cancer this week. We do have the 2 of Wands. A decision needs to be made, my friend. You're at the crossroads of something here. And you need to make a decision. Yeah, are you going to take it off the fire, or are you going to leave it on the fire? We've got a pot that is got something in it, and it's like they've used these 2 wands to make sort of a teepee fashion so they can cook some food here. The 2 of Wands, I want to say that either you're going to pull the pot off and just cool it down, or you are going to leave it on and watch the water boil. I feel like the 2 of Wands is telling me you need to make a decision about what you're going to do here. Tell me more. With the Queen of Swords. Got the Star. I want to say that you are at the crossroads here, and that you are ready for some sort of wish fulfillment to come in here. You're ready for more balance. I feel like you're ready for healing. You're ready to move forward. The Star, what is the Star though? We've got the Queen of Swords, and I want to say with the Queen of Swords that you are liberating yourself from a situation. So it could be from a job, from a business, from a relationship, take it as it resonates, that you are about to speak out loud. You're about to say something at the 2 of Wands here, and you want to say something that you've always wanted to say. We've got the Knight of Wands here, who is the Prince. So it does feel like it's fast-moving energy here. You're quickly approaching the 2 of Wands here. You've been waiting, it seems, for someone to maybe communicate with you first. But we do have 3 wands here, 2 and 1. One in the hand of the Prince, right? We've also got 5 wands on this particular depiction here, and 1 in the hand, right? So inspired to move forward, because I feel like you have been waiting for someone to communicate with you, and they have not. So I feel like you want to move forward and communicate with someone else. I feel like the universe is making you do it. I want to say that the universe is making you feel so uncomfortable in the position that you're in right now, Cancer, that it is time for you to move forward, and the only way the universe can get you to move forward is by getting you some karmic justice. I feel like you are about to get on this horse and go. You're about to make a really quick decision to get some justice here, to go toward your wish fulfillment, or get some truth from someone who you see as the wish fulfillment. Somebody who shines like the brightest star. We've got Libra energy, we've got Aquarius here, we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius over here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So the Queen of Pentacles shows up. The Queen of Pentacles is, of course, stable, right? It feels like there is somebody who is stable and kind and doting, and this person provides like justice, like balance for you. When you're with this person, they make you feel balanced, and they make you feel that everything is moving in the right direction. I want to say that you see them as the star. They could be an Aquarius. They don't have to be. They could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But the Queen of Pentacles is the one who is emulating or manifesting herself to be the Empress. And so she's already acting as though she is, right? So she is the Queen of Pentacles. She is the Queen of Cups, Wands, and Swords, right? We do have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles here. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. What do we need to know? Something has flipped here. 2 cards. We've got swords flipping out here. We've got the 7 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So I feel that if it is a person we're talking about, it feels like you have not been speaking to the Queen of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords is here, indicating that you do want to speak. Ace of Swords is in the hand of Justice as well, and in the hand of the Queen of Swords. So it does feel to me, 7, 8, 9, 10, that there is a cycle that ended between you and the Queen of Pentacles, likely, and that there has been silence or secrets. The Ace of Swords is here to tell me that you do have something to say, but you're unsure about, you don't have clarity on whether you should move forward or not. And this particular Ace of Swords is not pointing in the air. So I want to say that you need more clarity about whether you should move forward or not. We have the 7 of Swords here, and 1 is 8. It feels like you're up in your head here, stuck, not really sure what you should do next. You do want this truth and balance here to come out, but I feel like you're not sure what to do right now. 9 of Cups is here because I think you're single and happy, Cancer. I'm just going to say it feels like you're single and happy right now. So you're not really rushing for the door. I think what you're rushing for is balance here, because we do have the Knight of Wands here. I want to say that you had to cut something out of your life in order to gain more balance, because I feel like there was a lot of instability until you became or used the Queen of Wands energy, which is, you know, I'm just going to say what I got to say. I got to liberate myself from this relationship, this job, whatever wasn't serving me. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to be done with it. And then you ran off. And I think that the reason that you did it is because you needed to have some balance here in your life, some karmic balance in which you didn't have. So I do feel that that there is somebody here that really does help with that. And I think that the stability of the Queen of Pentacles is what I'm thinking here. And we do have Libra energy here. We have Temperance. We have the Hermit. We have a lot of major arcana over here. So there's a lot of changes that are about to come up in the very near future for you, Cancer. We do have the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like you've waited for a while as you've been trying to gain some insight, some wisdom. I also feel like something in your life has caused you to go into heal by yourself. It's like you want to be with yourself, with your light. Do I even have a light? And that's what it feels like here. Temperance tells me that it is the moment of alchemy for you to have justice with your wish fulfillment. So if that wish fulfillment is a business or a person or a family member or a love, I feel like this week is the week that you come out of this hermit mode with the 7 of Pentacles. You've waited long enough. It feels like you're in the 7 of Pentacles wondering, is it really worth it? I've put in a lot of effort into this. Is it really worth it? Should I really, you know, the moment of alchemy being here, Temperance is healing. If the answer is yes, it feels like you should go for it. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. It's somebody that you've not been speaking with, but that you wish to have the 10 of Cups with. So somebody here that maybe has you on the outside looking in, Cancer. The outside, maybe you feel like you're on the outside looking in of the 10 of Cups. It's like, Elsie, the 10 of Cups will never be mine. Well, I think you're wrong, because the moment of alchemy is here. And if you choose to come out of a hermit mode and go after your wish fulfillment, I feel like the wish fulfillment is yours here. Tell me about this wish fulfillment here. We've got the Prince of Cups, who is the Knight. We have the 9 of Wands, and we have the Princess of Pentacles, who is the Page. So I feel like you're willing to put a little bit of work into some sort of a romantic situation, because now the Knight of Cups is here. And I want to say that you're maybe willing to ask somebody out. It's like you have history with this person, I want to say, and you're thinking about them in the hermit mode. And while you're in hermit mode, I feel, while you're by yourself, with yourself, trying to find your wisdom and your light, getting your spirituality together, I feel like the universe hits you with the Temperance card and says, look, it's time to go get your justice. I feel like the justice for you is a romantic situation, but I feel like it scares you, the 9 of Wands. The Princess of Pentacles tells me that I feel like you want to reach out to somebody. It all started with this, though, this thing that you cut out of your life. You liberated yourself here from the 3 of Pentacles, from some sort of a partnership that you were in that wasn't working. It was like the 5 of Wands was there all the time. There was always competition for this person here. And we do have the World card. So I feel like you closed the chapter with somebody else. It feels like you brought things to a close, and I feel like it felt like a milestone because you were holding back from this person. You couldn't get past the friend stage. So I just feel like it wasn't for you, because there's something over here that's brewing that's really beautiful and big, and I feel like that is what is for you. And I feel like you were only friends with this person for a reason. So we do have Virgo. We have Virgo, Sagittarius, sorry, my brain just, did you hear it go click? It just shut off. And then we have the Star, which is the Aquarius energy. We do have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have lots of Earth energy here. We've got Libra, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, yeah. And we've got, there you are, Pisces, Cancer. You're in the dark trying to make a decision about some sort of person that you already have a lot of nostalgia with. This person is someone you have history with. someone you have history with. Page of Cups is here, which tells me that maybe you're going to surprise somebody, or maybe you feel like you have an apology that needs to be said, or either you need to give it or receive it. Take it as that resonates for you, my friend. All right. Here we are, Leo. This is you. Let's talk about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for this week. This is your sneak peek for this week, Leo. If you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. First pinned comment will have the information that you need to go over there and book. I am on a 10-day turnaround time. Tell me about Leo, please. What's going on with Leo energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for this week? Sneak peek for this week, please, for Leo. We have the King of Wands. There you are. We have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Judgment in reverse. I want to say that you've misjudged a situation, my friend, that I feel like you were getting reciprocity in the past from somebody who could have been an earth sign, possibly, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but we do have the King of Wands. It feels like your back was to it, though. It's almost like you were ignoring the reciprocity that you were getting. I think that you felt that somebody else had other people in the DMs, or maybe that this wasn't as stable a connection as you thought it would be, or maybe you thought you'd be better off friends. It feels like this could have been a friends with benefits situation for some of you, not all of you, and if that wasn't you, please don't take it. But we do have Judgment in the reverse. I feel like you walked away from some sort of really solid friendship that was turning into passion, and you misjudged the situation. That's what it feels like here. You made a judgment call, and it did not work out in your favor. Tell me about this here. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Page of Wands in the distance. It's been a while since you've spoken to this person, and I think that you want to communicate with them, because I feel like you have a history, or you put time in, or you're feeling like, I already put time into this and I haven't spoken with them in a while. Do you think that they'll go at it again? Like, do you think that they'll give you another chance? The Page of Cups is here. Maybe there is an apology owed, but it feels like maybe after a while of not speaking with somebody here, that you might send a message. So I want to say that the King of Wands having their back to the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords having their back to the Six of Pentacles as well, tells me that you two were giving each other reciprocity, but that somebody said something here that maybe made you leave. So the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very honest, right? They're very honest and forthright. This person isn't somebody who's trying to hurt your feelings, but somebody who's going to be super honest with you. And I think that the way this person was honest with you is that they really liked this connection, the way that they were getting reciprocity from you, but I think they started falling in love, or they started seeing the possibility, right? We can see that this particular depiction of the Queen of Swords, she's looking into the distance. So I think that this person started to see you as a love connection over a space of time. It could be, yeah, it could be weeks or years. I don't know. Could be a month. Maybe you were seeing them for a month and someone started falling in love with you. I feel like it was your choice to walk away or break the connection or take a break or something like that, because the King of Wands is moving into the future with the Five of Pentacles. And so it's like you were on the outside looking in, but I think you wanted it that way. I think you were the one that initiated the leave, I feel. But I feel now that you're kind of in buyer's remorse here with the Judgment in the reverse. It feels like some sort of decision didn't work out the way you thought it would. I feel, it almost feels like you thought that if you would go, that this person would follow you, because they were holding the Ace of Cups here for you. I feel like this person told you about their feelings and it made you run. The Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Somebody voiced very honestly about how they felt about this connection with you. They may have asked you, do you have anyone else in the DMs? Because I'm not into that stuff. And I feel like you walked away from it, or you put distance between you and them. And I feel like maybe now you're thinking that it may have been the wrong thing to do. We do have the Hanged Man. So I feel like you kind of just go into this place where you're not really speaking to this person. This person doesn't really chase you. They're not waiting for you to call them or talk with them. We do have the Death card here. It tells me that something ends here because we had the boundaries that were really tight here. So I want to say you made a decision that maybe didn't work out the way you thought it would. We do have the Seven of Wands, and to me that is somebody who is behind their boundaries. Yeah, somebody, I feel like when you decided to step away, somebody put up their boundaries and we just stopped talking to each other altogether. That's what it looks like here with the Seven of Wands. Tell me why you ran. The King of Wands here. Tell me why you ran. Four of Swords. Queen of Cups. You ran because you have feelings. It feels like you ran because you have feelings. The Six of Swords tells me that when you get into feeling your feels, Leo, and maybe this isn't you, maybe it's the other person, take it as it resonates, but I really feel like I'm reading from your perspective if this is something that sounds familiar to you. But it feels like the reason that you started making just intermittent communication without really talking to this person, like with the back and forth, is because you were disconnected from your feelings here. I feel like when somebody throws feelings at you, when they throw the Ace of Cups at you and was really honest with you about how they felt about you, I think you left. Because I don't think you could process it. I think that you're good when it comes to the chase because the King of Wands is here. I think you're good at conquering. You go and get what you want. You always get what you want. You're probably very attractive, feminine or masculine. You're probably very attractive. You're very desirable. I think you're used to getting whatever it is that you want. And so I think that you felt that when you left, that this Queen of Swords would chase you. But no, the Queen of Swords did not. And I feel like now you know that that was the wrong thing to do, to just assume that this Queen was going to follow suit here. Because the Queen of Swords is somebody who is liberated, right? This Queen doesn't chase. So it's part of the Empress energy. This one is the one who, I'll speak with you, but I'm definitely not going to chase you. There you are, the Sun. This person had really big feelings for you, and I think you know it. And so I think that you chose to go, to leave. I think you chose to leave because you weren't looking for a relationship. The Knight of Swords in the reverse tells me that we stopped speaking to each other. So I feel like there's boundaries up. Something has come to an end. We're no longer speaking with each other. But I feel like this could have been like the connection of a lifetime. That's what it feels with the Sun and the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords. This person is honest and noble and would always give you truth and transparency, but I don't think that's what you're into, to be honest. I don't think you wanted to hear any of their truth. You didn't want to know if they had feelings about you. We do have the Queen, the King of Cups. Well, bravo to you. You've just stepped out of a soulmate connection here, and I feel like now you're stuck to it. Like, I feel like the Six of Cups is here. It feels like you've got nostalgia. You know this person. They might have been a friend in the Pentacle world first before you guys got into this energy of love. But it does feel like whatever happened, I feel like you walked away, and I feel like this other person continued to thrive. That's what it looks like. The King of Pentacles is here. This person that you've known for a really long time, I feel like they just continued to thrive here. Whether or not you were giving them your love energy was not really something that was going to hold them back. I feel like the Sun is here and it is shining on the Ten of Cups in reverse. I want to say that you've been through this before. Like, this felt like the same cycle, that if you got too close to somebody, that you were that it possibly wasn't going to work. I feel like this is old data from long ago. Here we go. You went away and that was it. This person didn't let you back in. I feel like this person no longer wanted to be in this friends with benefits energy. They didn't want to be in that, and so it all fell apart here. I feel like you two, it's too bad though, because you two, I feel like, have history together, right? And I feel like there were feelings growing for you here, but I feel like you have really big feelings that you are running from here. That's what it feels like. And so I feel like it could happen this week, or it could happen in the future. Maybe it's already happened. It's intended for this week, but it does feel like you ran. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. We've got Scorpio, Pisces. We've got the Judgment is Virgo and Pisces, Gemini, Leo, more Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So that could be happening this week, or maybe it's happening in the future. I don't generally do these readings to read for the past. All right. Here we go. Virgo, this is you. Virgo, my earth cousin. Here we are. Virgo, if you are interested in a private read, please look below this video. The first comment that's pinned has the link to Wizio if you're interested in booking me for a private read. Currently on a 10-day turnaround time. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, the sneak peek for this week. Tell me about Virgo. We're dealing with some alienation here, are we? Feels like here. Yeah, it feels like there is the possibility of a new path beginning here. With the Ace of Wands, something exciting, a brand new path of passion. And it doesn't have to be passion of the flesh. It could be something you're passionate about. Maybe you're going to learn to play piano. Do you know what I mean? But it does feel like, yeah, it feels like for some of you it is a romantic thing. I want to say with the Knight of Cups being in the future and you being in the Five of Swords, that maybe you're just not down with like getting into anything, like starting something new in romance right now, because this is conflict and disagreement. Like it feels like it's a little bit egoic, and you know, it's like somebody wants to have victory at any cost, and it feels like you're not going into this with the right frame of mind. I want to say that if you are planning on doing this, finding a new path, a new romantic and passionate path, that I feel like the Five of Swords is something that you're going to have to figure out before you move forward. Because if you're going into it really defensive, I don't feel like it's going to work out, to be honest. There's really no point here in getting into something that you go into it in this energy of I'm going to win at any cost. It almost feels like a conquering kind of energy for you, Virgo. Maybe you're in it for the passion and not in it for the romance. We do have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we see the Page of Swords. We do have the Seven of Swords in the future here. For some of you, you're going to be starting a new job. It feels like you are like a subject matter expert on something, but I don't necessarily, I think you're the kind of person that says, look, I'm not here to be your friend, I'm here to be your boss. And although that works to a certain point, it doesn't really gain anybody's confidence in you. I'm just going to say that it feels a little bit combative. Some of you could be at a combative workplace, and maybe that's why you're kind of off. Like this energy feels like it's a little bit off. I'm going to say it feels like you're argumentative. It feels like you're ready to maybe fight for romance, but I want to say that the Ace of Swords is really your priority right now. For some of you, you might be beginning a new job with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Maybe you're going to be starting on the ground floor, maybe here with the Page of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune tells me that I want to say that you're very defensive about romance at this time, but I really do feel like that's going to change. I feel like you're going to change your mind. I feel like you're going to have a change of heart. And I feel it's because of the Page of Swords, because you're going to decide to step back and take a look at, or be the student of love, be the student of change, it feels like you're going to be learning something new here. We've got 5 and 1 is 6. It's 6 swords. And I want to say that some of you are going to be leaving a job or putting in your notice this week, possibly in favor of something else that's exciting, a new path, a passionate path here. And it is going to change for the good. I'm going to say that if this doesn't mean love for you, then I feel it is telling me that you're really going to love the new job. We do have the 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there is something here, secrets that are being kept, something that you don't know, something that you can't see that's coming up in the future. Oh, the Queen of Wands. So I feel like for some of you who are going onto this new job, I feel like you are going to meet somebody at this place and you're not aware of it because the 7 of Swords is, concealing. It almost feels like you've been hurt in the past by someone that you were very attracted to, someone who could have been an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Could have been Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Yeah, for sure. But it does feel like for some of you, it feels like this person has tainted how you feel about romantic relationships, or that you get sort of into a place when you meet somebody who's super attractive on the outside, you start to second guess it because you think they're a liar or a cheat, or they must be somebody who is carrying on with other people. And so you hold back from them. That sort of explains the Five of Swords to me, that you hold back from really getting to know anybody because you just think it's going to end up like the last one did. Tell me about this new job here. Tell me about Virgo and the new job, please. Ooh, it's going to pay well. Ooh, look. I feel like you go in at the very, I feel like you're leaving a job where maybe you have some status, maybe you've been there for a while, you know, you've accumulated the holidays and all of that stuff. But I feel like you're leaving that in favor of going to a place where you're going to be on the bottom level, the associate level. But I don't think you'll be there for long, to be honest, because the Ten of Pentacles and the Magician tells me, and the Eight of Pentacles with the Magician tells me that you are the subject matter expert. You have the magic. That's why they've hired you. They might be hiring you for an entry-level position, but I feel like you're going to climb the ranks really quickly here because of the Three of Pentacles. They're going to see your work ethic. You work really hard. You're very good in a group, that you're cooperative and you like to be on a team. And I feel like whatever that is, if it is a job for you, I feel like if you are changing jobs and you're feeling bad because you just needed to get out of the toxic environment, I feel like you're going to the new place here. I feel like it works out for you. For others of you here, I feel like the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, is telling me that you're a student of self. I feel like you've been working on yourself in order to ready yourself for some sort of a partnership here. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. It does feel like there is going to be some sort of a change of heart. You're going to see something differently here as it pertains to romance. I feel like you're used to getting hurt in romance here, but the Ace of Pentacles tells me, I feel like you might be thinking about changing your mind or investing. We do have the Five of Cups. Now, I want to say that this is the energy I'm getting for the overall reading. And overall, I'm getting this energy of, why do I bother investing when I'm just going to get hurt anyway? Because you're the wounded warrior, and that's why you're thinking this energy. And that's how someone who lives in trauma deals with themselves. It's like, I'm not even going to try because I'm just going to get hurt. But really, what is it? It's healing, Virgo. You've healed before, and if it doesn't work out, so what? But I think that you want to invest, but I think you don't think it's going to work out. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Things are about to change for you. You're about to get some really good energy here. Yeah, look, the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant here, and the World card. So it feels like this is triumphant, like realization. That's what it feels like here. You learn that when things change, it's a positive thing. And I want to say that right now you're probably single and happy, but hopefully looking for a commitment, or maybe you've learned a lesson. We do have the World card. Maybe you've learned a lesson, so now it's time to close the door. As I was saying, I feel like some of you are leaving a job here. So the World card tells me that this is a milestone, right? You've closed the door, and it's an achievement. Because I feel like wherever you're going to make lots of money. If you were in the Eight of Pentacles in the old job, I feel like you go to the Ten of Pentacles really quick. Because they see how you stay busy and you keep moving, and I feel like that somebody here is going to end up putting you in a higher position. It's like they're saying, why did you hire Virgo when they're just so good with the details? They're the subject matter expert here. Why did we put them in an entry-level position? And then I think that you become the Hierophant. You become the teacher of whatever it is that that you've taken this job for. You already know this job, but you're taking the entry-level position because you don't want to be in the toxic work environment anymore. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo is what we have here. We do have Aries energy. Lots of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We do have Pisces energy here as well. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Swords. Why? Because the Ten of Cups. There it is. The overall energy is what I was saying, is that you feel like happiness just ends up in despair and sadness. So I think that you're waiting for to find a new soul tribe or go out and have some fun. I feel like you're waiting for some sort of an invitation, maybe from someone at work possibly who hired you. Maybe you're hoping to find other people at this new place of work. But it does feel like for some of you, I don't think that you're into the romance thing. I think you're really focused on your pentacle world and something new that is going to begin, that's going to be exciting for you. All right. Libra, this is you. This is your sneak peek for this week, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Libra, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I have pinned a comment. At the very top, there's a link there if you would like to book a reading. I'm on a 10-day turnaround time currently. We do have the Sun, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Queen of Cups. We've got the Six of Cups and the Sun. It feels like you've had some type of realization about something from the past, like a connection from the past possibly. And it could have been with this person here, the Queen of Cups. I always see the Queen of Cups as a mother, so it could be your mother or a matriarch in the family as well. Somebody here is giving you clarity. So let me get it straight. For some of you, there is the Six of Cups, okay? There is somebody here that I feel that you have history with. And somebody that you've known for a while or that you've known since childhood. And it feels like you're having some sort of a revelation here. Like it's like the sun shows up and all of a sudden you're growing and you're changing. And it feels like the sun, of course, is here to spread light on everything, right? To give you a really sort of clear, factual, accurate prediction of what's going on. Picture, not prediction, picture of what's going on here. And I think what you see in the distance is love. You see emotions in the distance. We've got Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy here. It almost feels though that like somebody is leaving home or leaving the memories back here. I think you've decided to leave the memories back here, Libra. We have the Five of Cups, we have the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. We have the King of Cups in the future. I want to say somebody gave you some advice that I think you took, and I think it was the right thing to do, I want to say, because it feels like there was a connection back here that of someone that you have history with, or maybe you spent a lot of time with them. It does feel like you two got along. I feel like it's soulmate connection. So whether it's love or platonic, take it as it resonates. But then we have the Five of Cups. So it feels like things fell out or you feel sad, but you have to now leave these memories in the past. The Sun tells me this energy here of the Sun, her being on the horse. I feel like you're headed straight into some sort of really deep, soulful connection. And this might be someone who is a mother, someone who has children, because we do have the King here as well. So we have the Knight of Wands, and it feels like you are, I think after leaving this sadness behind about this connection here, whatever it is, platonic or romantic, I feel like you're ready to move forward here. But it is going to be time to drop these wands first. It feels like you're behind the fear wall, that you are worried or frightened that it's not going to work out, or worried that you're just going to get hurt again. I feel like you're in the very beginning of talking stages this week with this person. Maybe you've already met them, but we do have the Four of Swords and the Queen of Cups, which tells me it's intermittent communication. It's kind of on again, off again a little bit. So maybe this is someone that you just met. Tell me about the Five of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Strength card and we have the Tower. Okay. Yeah, you had a realization that there's no way that you should be paying attention to what's in the past. I feel like whatever you had in the past with the soulmate is, you know, the universe here has thrown you a tower here to throw down all the illusions. I feel as though that this was a connection that really didn't have a whole lot of stability and that somebody was holding back from you, and I feel that made you sad, but I feel like the Tower is here for that reason, to make you realize it, to give you a realization that that this connection wasn't for you. So what are you running toward here? We have the Eight of Pentacles. The King comes back out. Now we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you are going to be speaking with this person. So communication, if it's a little or to no communication right now with somebody who you have a love interest in, I feel like this person is somebody who is going to be very honest with you about their feelings and where they're at with their feelings. But it could also be you, depending on whether you are the King or the Queen of Cups, right? It feels like somebody is about to be really honest about their feelings that they've been keeping under the surface. And it does feel like you've been working on yourself. You've been working on yourself so you could be emotionally available, emotionally intelligent. And because I feel like you're being called to level up a little bit, because the Queen of Swords is now in the room, who does prefer communication to be honest and truthful, regardless of the subject matter, whether it's going to hurt or not. But I feel like we have two people here, the Queen and the King of Cups, who have a very good connection here, and has the potential to be a soulmate connection, as long as you remain really honest about, you know, I've still got work to do. I'm still working on myself. But I'm willing to communicate with you intermittently if that's what you want here. We do have the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, and it feels like you're juggling and struggling. It feels like things are kind of busy in your world, I want to say, and you are struggling with being behind the fear wall. Fear stops people from doing all sorts of stuff. Yeah. When we feel too nervous and then we just turn our back to it and we don't do it because we know it's going to cause us to have to be in a space where we've never been before, make us nervous, make us juggle. I feel like you're with this Nine of Cups here, it feels like that maybe you're single and happy at this point, and maybe you've kind of blocked yourself off from the last cup for the 10 cups, and the cup is in the hand of the Queen and the King, right? They each have a cup, which would add to this 9 and make it 10. But I think you're kind of blocked. I don't think you know what you want at this point here. I think you will put a little bit of energy into it, but I also feel like you need to work on being a little bit more vulnerable, my friend. I know that's a little bit hard, but I feel like you need to be a little bit more vulnerable here. I feel like you don't like the spotlight and you don't like to be doted on. It feels like you would rather be the person who is doing the doting, which makes sense because we've got the Queen here and we've got Libra energy here. So it does feel like you would rather be the person who dotes on. It's like you feel uncomfortable when people gush on you, like when people really give you, you know, compassion and love and kindness. It makes you feel uncomfortable. It might be something that you're not really very used to. But we do have the Page of Pentacles here, which tells me that you're willing to put a little bit of work into being a little bit more vulnerable here. I want to say that you're not ready for the whole thing. You're not ready to have the victory, run in on somebody, make all kinds of decisions. I think you want to take it slow. And I think that's why the Four of Swords is here, telling me that you're still healing. You're still figuring out how to be emotionally available. And you're going to start with telling someone about your feelings, I think. We do have the Hanged Man, but I feel like you're going to think about it for a bit. The Magician is here to back you up, to say, look, you got to learn a lesson here. Finally, you have to learn a lesson, my friend. And that is that you are the Magician, and hanging around in the Hanged Man energy just is self-sacrifice. It feels like you need to see the perspective of somebody else. It might be the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Swords. You need to see the perspective of somebody else so you can move forward. But right now, I don't think it's the time. I think we're still in the talking stages. That's what it feels like this week. What do we got here? Leo. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got more Scorpio energy. We've got more Leo energy. More Leo energy. And more water. Pisces energy. All right. Scorpio. This is you, my friends. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the sneak peek for this week. This is your energy for the next 7 days, no matter when you find it, today, tomorrow, next year. We have the sneak peek for this week here. And if you're interested in a private read, Scorpio, please look at the pinned comment right below this video. If you're interested in a private read, please book with me over at Wizio. I have a 10-day turnaround time right now. All right. Here we go. There you are, Scorpio. Look at that. You show up right at the top of the mind here. So we do have the King of Cups, who is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have the Ten of Cups, and then we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. I want to say that you're making very slow but strategic moves towards the 10 Cups. That you are holding a cup. So I think you are emotionally available. I think you are taking interest in the 10 of Cups, I want to say, because with the Ace of Cups in your hand, you're looking over here. I want to say that you are looking for victory. So you're not playing. You're actually looking for somebody who wants to get into some type of relationship. You're not into the hit it and quit it. You're not into that stuff. You're into being careful with someone's feelings, being noble and honorable. When the King of Cups is in the upright, it's someone who is ready to act the right way in a relationship, which is with all 10 cups here. Emotional happiness, right? Yeah, it feels like you're looking for the person that is your person, I want to say, because we have 2 swans here, swans mate for life, and we have some babies. So it does feel like you are looking for someone who is like a lifetime partner. And you're looking for victory in that. We do have the Strength card, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the Hierophant. I want to say that probably for some of you, you're moving away from some type of commitment that you were in. It does feel like, it feels like maybe whatever you are deciding to let go of or move forward to, it feels like that this thing was moving too fast. If it is a connection that you're leaving, and I'm only saying that because the Six of Swords is next to the Hierophant here, it feels like somebody is leaving some sort of commitment, but it also feels like here, like somebody was holding back because it was going too quick. Something was moving too fast. So it could be a relationship in the past that you are leaving back there because this person was trying to rush you to the altar, rush you for a ring, rush you for moving in. It feels like somebody wanted to rush you, and you just don't rush Scorpio. That's not a thing. So we do have the Six of Swords, and it tells me that for a while there you were kind of disconnected from your emotions, that you're being really careful is all I want to say. You're being very careful about how you are moving forward here. Tell me more about the Strength and the Chariot, please. You're trying to hold back moving really quickly. It feels like you want to move slowly because you're unsure. You're unsure about how you feel. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's very honest, right? So I want to say that you're being very honest with yourself, and that the reason that you're holding back and not charging at the Six of Cups is because you're really unsure about what you want at this time. And so I think that you're trying to be honest with yourself with the Queen of Swords. You're really thinking about it, kind of digging through your shadow work, I think, is maybe, you know, as we're growing and learning, and I feel like you are the King of Cups in this reading, which tells me you're already at a King energy. And so that tells me also that when you're at the King energy, you start poking around within the self to find out where you can hone your skills. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like you decide, okay, well, I've conquered this. I'm now the King of Cups. I've conquered this. I'm emotionally available, but now it's time to really be honest with myself about what's been going on underneath the surface. So we do have Pisces and Cancer energy here. It is psychic energy. And I want to say that the reason that you've been holding back from finding a 10 Cups relationship is because you realize that you need to have some boundaries, and the boundaries that you've created are for you, right? They're never for anyone else. They're for you. And so your boundary is, don't push me. I will go as quickly as I want to go. And so I feel like you may have left some sort of connection because somebody was trying to rush you into whatever it was that they wanted, whatever was on their own agenda. And so yeah, the Sun's here. And so I feel like they wanted to rush you. It's almost like you detected, your psychic energy detected that there was no growth going on here. And so I feel like you are here with the Three of Swords wondering, you know, I've got to get this clarity here. I need the clarity of what's going on here because, listen, the sun is the sun wherever it comes up, right? But when the sun's in the reverse for me, it is the moon energy. And so it feels like there's some things that you weren't sure of or things you couldn't see, or am I going to get hurt? It feels like somebody was, again, racing to the finish line. Somebody who was like, and the reason that they wanted to race you to the finish line, Scorpio, is because they wanted everyone to see it. You know, like there's so many people who do the marriage just for the party so everybody can see, look, somebody wants me. But you're not into that. You're into like, if I'm going to be in it for a long time and not just a good time, I'm not rushing anything. So it does feel like you still need some clarity on some things here before you absolutely commit to somebody. I feel like the person was rushing you, and so I don't think that you committed. I think that you left. But you are still open to the 10 cups, but somebody has got to move at it slow with you. Yep, 2 of Cups, 8 of Wands, again, not moving quickly, right? You don't want someone to rush you into the 4 of Wands. Don't be thinking that you're going to be moving into my house after the first month. I feel like you just want to take it slowly and understand the feelings and make a really good decision, right? The 2 of Cups is here. And so you want to make a really good decision. You don't want to break up. You don't want to have a falling out. So we're going to move it really slowly. And maybe that means we don't even talk to each other every day. We're not going to look at this in a codependent way. So I feel like that's the thing here, that you moved away from some sort of connection here because somebody couldn't take the word no. They couldn't cool their jets here. We have the Hierophant, which brings out the Magician, the 7 of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. Yeah, it's like the king will go when the king is ready, I want to say. So, you know, don't get weirded out by the men and the women on the cards, because the kings can also be feminines, right? They have masculine leaning energy, but also have feminine energies. I feel like you put a lot into this connection. And so it took a lot for you to leave the connection, because you did put a lot of work into it. I feel like you put your everything into it, in fact, with the Magician and the 7 of Pentacles. But I feel like here, you know, it's like, I can't be rushed. It's like you know, we've got fire and water to me, which is temperance. And so the answer is yes, but not right now. We have to wait for the moment of alchemy. We have to wait for the temperance card to come up. We know that there's fire and water. We need to go back and forth and find the balance. And so I think when you couldn't find any balance, you were out of there because somebody was trying to push you to the altar. That's what it feels like here. So I think that this week is I feel like you are trying to find your way out of a relationship that you no longer want to be in because somebody keeps pushing you or pressuring you. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. We have Aries, we have Taurus. We have Leo energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, Pisces, Cancer, Leo, Cancer, and again, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. It's here. 9 of Wands. Yeah, you've been hurt before. That's what it is. You don't want to be rushed because you've been hurt before. It's almost like you get in, you know those relationships, you've probably been in them. Should we date? Okay, let's date. Now this person won't leave you alone. They're in the DMs constantly. And then you get to the place where you're kind of answering their DMs, and then they're like, should we go out tonight? Maybe I should come over. And now you can't get any time alone because this person, it feels like a codependent thing. You can't get any time by yourself because this person is just only interested in being with you all the time. And I feel like you're not interested in that. Somebody's been codependent with you. All right. Sagittarius, here we go. I just about said Saskatchewan. I don't know why. That's silly. I'm in Canada, but nonetheless. Okay, here we go. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up this week. The sneak peek for this week for Sagittarius, please. Sneak peek for this week for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sag, if you're interested in a reading, a private reading, please look below this video. I have pinned a link to Wizio down below this video. So if you're interested in that, I'm on a 10-day turnaround time from the time that you book. All right, here we go. Sagittarius, you're going to have to make a decision about love this week. That's what it looks like here. There are 2 cups, my friends. You hold one and someone else holds one. I think the person who's holding the Ace of Cups is coming at you. I feel like they see you as somebody who is the Queen of Cups, somebody who is quite endearing and kind, someone who is very psychic, someone who is very compassionate, possibly a mother, a doter, someone who likes to take care of other people. I feel like you're going to have to make a decision about this Ace of Cups here. You maybe have already decided. I'm just saying, maybe you already know who I'm speaking of, right? She's got her hand on one of the wands and she's looking out the window. I think you're already ready for whatever is to come. I think you're ready for the adventure no matter what it is. But I feel like somebody is coming with an Ace of Cups and you're going to have to make some sort of decision. They may even ask you to travel with them, or, you know, I've got to drive to the next town over. It's going to take an hour and a half. Do you want to come for a car ride? Or, you know, it's kind of the best time to talk to someone, get to know them. Look, if you can't handle a car ride with somebody for a couple of hours in a car, you shouldn't be getting together with them or married or dating or anything. All right, we've got the Tower. Yeah, it's coming in. It's coming in like a wrecking ball here. I don't know. I can't get Miley Cyrus out of my head today. But we have the Tower, right? There is a realization. Someone here is having a realization about having great love, like wanting to go on this new path of love here. So I do believe for some of you, this is somebody who is new. And I do believe that you're going to have to make some sort of decision, because it feels like that when this person does show up, you could be the Queen of Cups or maybe there, but when the person shows up here, it feels like you automatically get into overthinking. I want to say that the Tower gives you realization of what this person wants, but you don't know whether you should trust them or not. You're up in your head. Should I trust this? Yeah, again, I just heard Miley Cyrus say, because I can buy myself flowers and I can hold my own hand. Talk to myself for hours because I'm the only one that understands. All right. Well, that just changed the game, didn't it? Eight of Cups. Look, I feel like somebody is walking away from something here, and that's why the Tower is here. So there is an incoming decision, and it comes in like a tower. I feel somebody is reaching out to you. It could, for some of you, be someone who walked away and is now coming back. Look, I don't want to hear it from you. It's Mercury retrograde. It's not my reading. It's the damn energies. I don't want to hear it. So the Eight of Cups is telling me that I feel like you disconnected from somebody already. For some of you, it could be someone who's coming back. The Eight of Cups is like, I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle for what's here. I want to go out and find the sun, right? The sun is in the distance. We've got the sun in the distance here. Somebody wants to walk into the sun, or maybe somebody, instead of a Scorpio, wants a Leo. Take it as it resonates here. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy here as well. Tell me about this Tower, please. For Sagittarius, tell me about this Tower. I feel like it is this week, though, for some of you, that somebody is showing up with an Ace of Cups. Somebody's showing up with an offer, my friend. And it's gonna shock your socks off. I feel like you were willing and ready to get into something like a new relationship, because with the Two of Wands here, but I don't think you expected it to be this particular person. So for some of you, it is somebody that you already know, someone that you had some hardship with, possibly. We do have the Justice card, and we do have the Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles in the distance here. I want to say that the Tower shows up because you've completed some sort of a karmic healing cycle, that you are no longer living in the past of anything. Look, she's facing toward the future, right? And I feel like you are deep in your psychic energy, that you know something is coming, because you are quite psychic, Sag. You know something is coming here. For some of you, it's not love. It's like I feel a break in the sadness, I want to say. So if I'm speaking to somebody who has been wanting to travel, but they don't want to do it alone, and I need a break. I need a break. So I feel like it's your break, and the sadness is coming, and it's going to be replaced with justice, with karmic balance. And that it's going to send you on some sort of a new passionate or exciting path. Life is about to get a little more exciting, but I think it's because you've accomplished this first leg of the healing phase, whatever you were healing from. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please. Got the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the King of Cups here and the World card. So the Five of Pentacles in the reverse to me is reconnecting, or feeling, no longer feeling in scarcity, no longer feeling like you're on the outside looking in. I feel like you're disconnecting from that energy. We do have the King of Cups and the World card. It does feel like a milestone, a love milestone, or maybe it's loving the self. This person here is emotionally available. You can see the heart chakra is open, right? So it could be that you have come to a place, a full circle place here, where you're ready to reconnect with people after the tower falls, because when it falls, things come into balance here. You know that if you start experiencing something really tough this week, I think that it's safe to say that the universe is kind of testing you a little bit. And I don't really like to bring that scenario, but it feels like you've now completed some sort of a healing phase, and now you're going to be tested. And the way you're going to be tested is by reconnecting to old friends or reconnecting to people. We do have the King of Cups here, and we do have the World card. So it is a milestone or an achievement. And these could be your feelings, right? It could be that you are now ready to emotionally reconnect, because the 8 is here and there is 1 cup on this card, which is the 9th cup. So maybe you're single and happy at this point. Tell me about this Queen of Cups, please. Who is this? Because it does feel like for some of you, there is some sort of a soulmate energy is here. But it feels like when it shows up, you don't want it, or you don't recognize it, or you can't see it, because you're kind of in your own head here. Yeah, it feels like I'm speaking to someone here who keeps their life very busy so they don't have to focus on the things they don't have, or the things that happened in the past that made them sad. We do have the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. The 6s are telling you to let go of control and give it to the universe. I feel like you are someone who really does need to get in touch with your emotions. Like, I'm just going to say, Sag, that I feel like you are somebody who just keeps your life very busy and full so you don't have to deal with yourself. And so I feel like before you can meet any sort of soulmate, that first you need to not want it. But I do feel like you will end up meeting somebody. It's like a milestone that is going to happen from you being honest with yourself here. Yeah, bringing some things to an end. The Ace of Pentacles is here, investing in yourself and not being so closed off. The 4 of Pentacles is that it's like you're still holding on to some sort of an ending, Sag. So you had an ending with someone that was really brutal. It was awful. It was a betrayal, or maybe just sadness. Maybe you did lose somebody, maybe to the next realm. But I want to say that it's time now for you to let go of that and invest in yourself, because there are some really beautiful things coming here. You're going to have victory in some sort of a soulmate connection. But first you have to unbusy yourself, because if you keep staying busy just in order to stay ahead of your head crap, none of this is ever going to happen. Look, you're kind of in a blocked energy here. Yeah, you need to make room for communication, or you need to get out of this blocked energy so things can move forward here. It's like right now you're in a space and time where you're really not learning anything. The Emperor is in reverse, and it feels like the Wheel of Fortune being here with the Emperor in reverse. It feels like you're, I want to say that you're not yourself. Like the King of Cups is here waiting for the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups to come together. But I feel like there are some things that you need to get through first. You've got some blocks going on. I feel like you are having a hard time with maybe some egoic responses, or you're not quite aware of this love position here that is coming at you. Because look, I can tell you like for 10 days that it's coming at you for the next 100 days, but it doesn't matter if you can't see it. If you're not ready for it and you're blocked, it really doesn't matter a whole lot, right? So we do have Leo energy here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Libra energy here as well. We do again have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Scorpio here. Yep, I feel like love is coming knocking on your door, but I don't think you're going to see it because you're not ready. I feel like you're not ready because you've lost someone or something, and you're not ready for it just yet. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, here it is. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Here we are, Capricorn. This is you for this sneak peek for this week. Tell me about Capricorn. If you're interested in a private read, my friends, please look below this video. I have pinned the first comment, and there is a link to Wizio there if that makes it easier for you to find. My readings begin at $40 over at Wizio, and from the time that you book, it's a 10-day turnaround time. All right, here we go. 5 of Pentacles. We have the Devil. We have the 5 of Wands. What's going on here? Feels like somebody here is trying to disconnect from an addiction, possibly, but you're hesitating. Look, you could be trying, maybe you feel like you're on the outside looking in. No, it feels like an attachment, though. And it feels like with the Devil energy, which is Capricorn energy, the Devil energy and the 5 of Pentacles is giving me that it's almost like you're hating on yourself, like I deserve to be left out. I deserve to be on the outside looking in. And I think that for some of you, you could have an addiction. Maybe you're doing something, and it doesn't mean you have to be addicted to pills or alcohol or anything like that. It's something that you're doing obsessively that's hurting you spiritually, physically, mentally. And it feels like you need to break that habit. I'm going to say with the 5 of Pentacles, you must. But it does feel like with the 5 of Wands that you're hesitating here. We have 2 5s, and as a reader for me, when I see more than 1 5, it means quick change. So it does feel like you will eventually get to this place where you do disconnect from the Devil. It almost feels like you're easily talked into things, or I don't know. The Devil can be a lot of things, right? It can be talking badly to yourself. It can be fear, scarcity. It can be addictions. It's almost like you're embroiled or embattled in this battle with the Devil. And so you want to disconnect from it, but you're kind of holding back. The 5 of Wands is like indecision. I don't really know what I want to do. Do I want to just go stay at home? 4 of Wands, or do I want the victory? I'm not really sure right now. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the King of Cups, and we have the Judgment card. So I feel like the addiction is love. Yeah. It feels like you don't feel comfortable, Capricorn, when you're not in a relationship. And I want to say the 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups is telling me that you're on the outside looking in, like everyone else has a relationship or has a somebody, but I don't. I feel like your obsessive thinking is about the Ace of Cups. It's about beginning a new relationship. The King of Wands, of course, is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. And it feels like this person is somebody that you know. That this person possibly might be coming back round with some sort of an offer for you. Like a really lucrative offer. It's not only love. It is this person has a lot of money. They have a lot of assets. It feels like they have things that are going to nourish your life, that, you know, the abundance, right? The abundance is the fish that I'm seeing here, and it feels like their cup is overflowing, and they intend on bringing it to you, I want to say, but this is somebody that you know. This is somebody who's coming back around for a second chance with you. And maybe that's the 5 of Wands here, that you're in indecision because you already know this person. The King of Wands is looking into the past. That tells me that you already know this person from the past, and maybe you've already engaged in the Ace of Cups with them before. Tell me about the 5 of Wands. Got the Magician, the 8 of Swords, and the Lovers. So I think that this person wants to do it with you. Like, I feel like they want to get together with you with the Ace of Cups. And I feel like if you want it, you can have it. In fact, I feel like you've been manifesting it. But as soon as it shows up at your door, you're already in the 8 of Swords. It's like, I don't know if I want this. Do I really want this? But I think you've been obsessively thinking about this King of Wands. They don't have to be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. They could be a Virgo or a Pisces. Got Aries here too. Got Gemini here. Capricorn energy here. But I feel like the reason that this person is coming back round is because whether you hate them or love them, you keep thinking about them. So whether you're in your head telling them off because they hurt you so bad, or whether you wish that they would come toward you here, I feel like it's your doing. I feel like you're the one bringing them back around because you keep thinking about them. And that is what the Judgment is all about. Tell me about Judgment. Yep, that's what it is. You caused the Tower, my friend, because you're stuck. It's the moment of alchemy, but you're stuck. And so the Tower comes in for movement. This person is coming back around with the Ace of Cups, and they're going to ask you out. This person has grown from the King of Wands to the Emperor. They are somebody who now is very much in control. They're very stable. So this person is like a homeowner, probably a business owner. Their life is quite stable, and they want to put some energy into you, into a connection with you. Now, I want to say that this person is somebody that you have had conflict with before. Someone whose ideas weren't the same as yours, or this could have been a battle of having a really big age gap. It could be that as well. But I want to say that if this person is younger than you, or there is a really big age gap, no matter which way it goes, I feel like that person has grown up. Like they've grown up and now they are running the show. I feel like this person is somebody who, like I said, you've argued with before. I want to say be careful, because I feel like the Emperor has an ego now. It's almost like they feel entitled to you. It's like, oh, now Capricorn's never going to be able to say no because you know, I'm the Emperor. Who says no to the Emperor? Well, somebody you've argued with before. That's who would say no to the Emperor, right? So Six of Swords is in the reverse. You don't know what to do. You're kind of stuck here when this person arrives. And I feel like you know that this is the moment of alchemy. The Tower is here. It's a realization that you have called in your manifestation. The Lovers is here, right? And I want to say that the Eight of Swords and the Lovers is telling me that as soon as this person shows up, you're like, uh-oh. You manifested it, but I don't think that you had a plan about what you were going to do when they really did show up. Tell me about the Tower, please. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords and the Death card. Yeah, it was a really tough breakup. I feel that it was, but look, this person's coming back with a full cup of love. They are on the white horse. This person is coming back as the Knight of Cups. Somebody who has a lot of romantic feelings for you. They've grown up since you've seen them last. And so it may be years that has passed, right? We do see pentacles here. We have 6 pentacles. For some of you, it could be a year, up to 6 years that maybe you haven't seen this person. I feel like though they pull you out of this place of worry, there is something that they show you that I feel makes you comfortable to transform. It makes you comfortable to get out of the Nine of Swords. And I think it's the Knight of Cups. I think they come in with a Tower, but immediately show you their feelings. And maybe this is something that this person didn't do before, because the King of Wands is here, and the King of Wands is showing you passion, their passionate self, their sexual self. You know, they're showing you those things. But I think this person's coming back having softened up just a little bit. They are strong, protective. They have their own stuff, and they want to invite you in. But I feel like the Tower is what brings in the Knight of Cups here. Yeah, this person thinks you're the star. They're going to pursue you hard. That's what it feels like. You're going to want to start out with friendship, but they're going to pursue you hard with the Eight of Wands. I feel like they're just not going to let you alone. I feel like it feels like somebody here has learned their lesson. Yeah, and I just got a really high-pitched squealing in my right ear, so I know that that's the truth. This person is somebody who had to grow up to understand the value of you. I think that they already see the value of you because the star is here, and they're coming in romantic. I feel like you can, like you stop thinking about them, and I think that that's what brings them in. You just turn your back on this connection. But it feels like they are going to pursue you hard. I think with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, that they are someone who really wants to start with a solid friendship. So they want to start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. That's a song from Sound of Music. When you learn how to read, you start with ABC. When you learn how to sing, it's Do, Re, Mi. And so it feels like it's a very good place to start, is what I want to say. So I feel like this person is been bored without you, and they want to come forward and ask you if you can be with them. I guess we'll see. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Gemini, Aries again. We have Capricorn, Scorpio energy. We have the star that is Aquarius. We have more Scorpio, Virgo, and Pisces. And we've got Sagittarius energy here. All right, all right. Here we go, Aquarius. This is for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius, please. For this sneak peek for this week, tell me about Aquarius. Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video. I've pinned a comment there. And you will see the link there to Wizio if you're interested in having a private read. Tell me about Aquarius, please. Sneak peek for this week for Aquarius. Aquarius, I feel like you have been calling something in. It feels like you have been manifesting. It's like you've been manifesting something from the 5D to the 3D. And I want to say you have all the tools. You know that you can do this. You know that that you've called this in. I think you're kind of at a place of, yeah, the Five of Swords is here, and it's sort of confusing me. It's giving me the energy of, it's like you're calling in love, but you're very defensive about it. It's like, I'm ready to fight for it, but maybe you're ready to fight too aggressively. The Magician is here, which tells me that you have, in fact, you have manifested the Queen of Cups, right? Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And although the Five of Swords is telling me that you're ready to fight for it, I don't know that it's the I don't know that it's the right kind of fight. Like, it feels almost like a little bit of bossiness. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm just going to tell them how to do things. This is how it's going to go from here. And if they don't like it, then they can go. Because five swords and the one in the hand of the Magician is 6. Tell me more about Aquarius. We have the Chariot, we have the Temperance card, and we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. That's what it is. You're scared to move forward quickly. So I feel like you don't want to move forward quickly. I feel like you didn't understand that when you started manifesting, when you really get into that manifestation energy, it starts to show up. Things start to show up for you, and they start to show up for you quickly. And now it's like love is here staring you in the face, and you're like, whoa, whoa, slow down. That's what the 8 of Wands in the reverse is telling me. But it's the moment of alchemy. And so I think that's why you're guarded here with the 2 swords. You're like, whoa, slow down. It's like, I pick the pace. You don't get to pick the pace. But here comes the Queen of Cups, who's loving and doting, and who wants to just, you know, be compassionate and wants to pour all of their emotion onto you. And you're like, whoa, slow down. Because things are moving super fast here, but they're supposed to because of the moment of alchemy. But I think that the 8 of Wands is you saying, I don't want to go this fast. It's like you didn't think that it would show up, and all of a sudden here is this person. They don't have to be a water sign. They can be. We do have Aries here, but we do have a lot of water. We have Cancer, and then we have Pisces and Scorpio here. We have Sagittarius energy. Tell me about the Chariot, because the Chariot and the Temperance being, and the Magician being the major arcana energy, this is coming at you whether you want it or not. Like it's going to be on your doorstep soon. If it's not this week, I would be surprised. It's like right here. It's like right here. Tell me about this here. Tell me about the Chariot and the Temperance card, please. We have the 4 of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Wands, and we have the 8 of Cups. So it's like you're not really open, I want to say. The 4 of Pentacles here. I want to say, although you've been holding on to the hope that your manifestation would come in, I don't know that you're ready for it. Because the manifestation is charging at you and you're shut down and shut off. You're not feeling very vulnerable here. You're not ready to share. We do have the 10 of Wands tells me that you're actually holding on to burdens still from the past. You're still holding on to burdens. I don't think that you realized that it would show up right away when you started to manifest it. I feel like you want to disconnect from this energy of feeling shut off and shut down. I feel like you do want the Ace of Wands here. We do see this person's carrying all these wands, and there's one here that's loose. It's going to hit the ground. And I think that when it does, things will start to move forward, but I don't know that you want it to move forward that quickly. When the 10 of Wands is here, of course, when, you know, that's putting down your burdens, and when you do, it goes to the Ace of Wands. That's the new cycle, and there's something new and exciting beginning here. But it does feel like it's moving too quickly for you. Somebody is ready to be honest with you. Some person is coming in to be honest about their feelings. They want to take you out, or they want you to go out with them. They're just being completely honest in the 3D. Look, I don't want to wait anymore. This person's been waiting long enough, it feels. And I don't know that you're ready for it. Tell me about this Temperance card, please. Yeah, there it is. The Five of Wands. You're not ready. You're kind of holding back or holding off. I don't know that you'll do it for very long. We got 2 5s here, which is quick change. So I feel like you might quickly change your mind, but when it shows up, you're ready to beat someone off with a stick. You're like, no, stay over there. I'm not really sure what I want to do just yet. Maybe I need to think about it. Maybe I need to think about this new path in love. It's like it shows up quicker than you wanted it to. And it almost feels like the person that I feel shows up is somebody who just pops up like into your DMs and you haven't heard from them for a while, and all of a sudden they're like, come on, let's go out. Can you come to my place? I'll send you a plane ticket. Fly to my place. Like, it feels like somebody wants to go super quick here. The Page of Cups tells me that it is something that is sort of at a child puppy love. That's what it feels like. It feels like this is affection, right? This isn't love. But it's still moving too quickly for you here. And it's surprising because I feel like it's pulling you out of the Four of Cups here. I want to say it's the real deal. The Wheel of Fortune is here. You are going to change your mind. You are going to want to get out of the Four of Cups, and you are going to want to communicate with this person. But I think when they first show up that they're although this is passive energy, right? This is water energy, but I feel like it shows up with the Chariot. So the Chariot is kind of it's like, boom, it's here in your face. And I feel like it puts you on the defensive, I want to say. I think that you're going to eventually be ready to move forward because this is a lot of change, right? The only thing that you can choose in this particular situation is how to respond or react. And I think that the way that you react is you recoil. That's what it feels like. You recoil and disconnect from your emotions and try and get into your head so you can do a head over heart thing. The Five of Swords is the protection, right? Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I don't think that you're ready to do it, to be honest. I feel like you're like, okay, well, why don't we just start with communicating with each other? Let's text each other. It's an exciting opportunity because look, somebody here sees your worth immediately, right? That's of course Taurus and Libra energy, but I feel like it's your energy that you want to move slow. You don't want to move quickly. This is Taurus and Libra. I need balance. I need to move slow. I need to make sure that everything's going to be balanced, and somebody here is trying to push you onto a really quick path of love. So I feel like somebody is showing up here this week that is going to put you in a place in your head where you didn't want to be, and they're going to kind of shove themselves on you. Like, it feels like I said, like it's the Queen of Cups that's showing up, but this person's showing up in the Chariot, which is really invasive energy, which is like all of a sudden it's in your face, and then the way you react to it is by shutting off and shutting down. Yeah, I think you will change your mind. I think this is a positive thing. I feel like this person sees your worth. I feel like you should move forward, that all of these changes are amounting to something that's really wonderful. But I really feel like it's going to freak you out, though, because you're the leader. You're the one that likes to be in charge of all of that stuff. And I don't think this person wants you to be in charge of it. I think they want to be in charge of it. So we have Libra and Taurus energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy. We have Sagittarius energy here, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, and Aries energy. All right, Pisces, last but not least, my two fishes friends. Let's find out what's going on with you. Pisces, this is your sneak peek for this week. If you are interested in a private read, my friends, I've left in the first comment below this video. You will see I've pinned it there. It has a link to Wizio if you're interested in booking an appointment. Just know that from the time you book it, it is a 10-day turnaround time, no matter what reading you pick. All right. We've got the King of Coins. We've got the High Priestess, and we have the Chariot. What's going on here? So we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have some Piscean energy, and we have Cancer. It feels like something is about to move forward. For some of you, this is something to do with a work contract. It has to do with your business. I feel like there is some sort of an opportunity that is showing up that is moving really quickly toward you here. And we do have the High Priestess. So it tells me that you knew that it was going to show up. Give me just one second here. Sorry about that. Saw someone coming up the walk here. Okay, so we do have the High Priestess here, and so that is your energy, right? I feel like you knew that this opportunity was going to show up and is going to blow things up. I don't think that you realize that it's going to be as big as it is, Pisces. There is some sort of an opportunity here. I want to say that it's, yeah, it is it's an opportunity that I feel is a very balanced one, but it's going to ask you to move really quickly. And I feel that you're used to making decisions because the King of Pentacles is here. You're used to making decisions about your livelihood by yourself. And I think that you already had sort of a note from the universe letting you know that this could be a person that's showing up here for sure in the Chariot. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But for some of you, I think it is an opportunity. It could be an opportunity for victory. It could be an opportunity of victory with a Cancer, possibly, or another Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have the Knight of Wands. It shows up super quick. Super quick. Somebody who is very passionate about learning something. It's like somebody shows up with an opportunity, but it's very interesting, Pisces, because they are the student. And I feel like you have something to teach them, or you have something to learn from them. Let's keep reading here. We do have the Ten of Wands. So it almost feels like this is something that you can't make a decision on because you're afraid of it becoming a burden. You're afraid of it becoming a burden. And I think that you are a person that collects burdens. I want to say whether they are yours or somebody else's. We do have the Page of Swords. And so it feels like the King of Coins is charging in, whoever that is. It doesn't have to be an earth sign, but they are somebody who knows about money and stuff and pentacle things. And they are somebody who is maybe a financial advisor or knows something about money, knows how to grow pentacles. And I feel like you either have something to learn from them or they want to learn something from you. I really can't distinguish the energy. All I can tell you is that I know that you knew this was arriving. But it's something that I feel like it's going to move really quickly here. And I don't know that you have enough information for it to move as quickly as it is here because of the Chariot, fastest moving energy in the deck, right? But somebody here is very passionate about the situation, very passionate about how to grow, how to be stable and sturdy. And I think that they want to share that with you, or maybe they want to know how you're doing it. Maybe you're the one that's stable and sturdy. We have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Two of Swords. And so we do have some sort of there is a block here with how much I know. It's almost like you've come to a certain place in your life and it's like you don't have the knowledge to go further. So somebody is coming in to teach you that, and they're going to teach it to you in a very kind and compassionate way. They know that you are the subject matter expert and that you have enough know-how and enough discipline and an eye for detail. And they want to compassionately teach you about something that's about to take off without you if you don't get in the Chariot. That's what it feels like here. So we have the Two of Swords. It's like you don't see the situation for what it is because you are at like the very beginning of something, or you're learning something here, and it almost at first glance seems like it could end up being more of a burden than anything else here. Okay, so you're looking at it that way because you've been betrayed before, whether it's in business or by a love partner or whatever the king represents for you. It feels like you've been betrayed in love before. And so it feels like you juggle, you struggle. You struggle with giving this person an answer. But they are pressing on you. It feels like this person is really pressing on you. But I think that you knew that this person was going to show up. I feel like it's a King of Pentacles who is very passionate about you. This, you know, that 3D, right? It feels like it's solid, but it is somebody who's like got a lot of passion for you here. Tell me about the King of Wands and the King of Coins, please. This person's at the crossroads of their life. Maybe they know that you are. Maybe you'll have to make a decision about this. We do have the Three of Cups. They want to take you out. All right, so they're going to ask you to make a really quick decision here, Pisces, about what you want to do. It feels like there is the Two of Wands is here because this person wants you to make a decision about going out with them, possibly. They're going to come in a celebratory mood. It's like they're doing really well in their life and they want to take you out. They want to buy you dinner or something like that. But this person, I want to say that you know, although they've never said so, because Cancer is here, right? Feelings under the surface. I'm not really saying so. It feels like somebody here has a lot of passion for you, but they've never really said so. Now, the thing is this, is I don't feel like you're a person who likes to be pushed into things. So when this person shows up on your doorstep or in your DMs or however they get a hold of you, I feel like this person, it feels almost a little bit intrusive. It feels like you kind of get into a place of, what do you want? Like, why are you bothering me? Like, that's what it feels like here. Like, you might not say that to them, but it feels almost a little bit irritating. But you knew it. You knew that they were going to arrive. So I feel like you're still healing from something, healing from being betrayed in love, and you're still carrying those burdens. And so when this person shows up looking like a hot snack, you're like, I'm not going to be fooled by you. I've been fooled before. We've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the King of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. But you have waited forever for this person to show. It's like they finally show up and you're not feeling very available. And they're showing up with big feels, I feel. You're about to learn about someone's big feelings about you, that they've been harboring really big feelings for you for a while. The Knight of Pentacles is telling me that they've been very careful, holding back. They've been very patient, but they couldn't hold back any longer because of the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is like, get out there. I'm going to keep terrorizing you until you get out there and finally tell somebody exactly how you feel about them. We do have the World card. It's divine timing, friends. That this person that you were on the outside with, or you were disconnected from, it's time for this Tower. This was an illusion. There was never a separation. I feel like two people decided not to speak to each other. You could have reached out anytime you want. They could have reached out anytime they want. And then we have victory here. Victory in the Ten of Cups, in fact. Look at that. So the tower is the realization that victory is here. It is the Ten of Cups. And I feel like it's from somebody that you haven't spoken with in a while. I also feel like this person, the thing they're going to teach you is about your finances. The Wheel of Fortune with the Five of Pentacles tells me you will never need for another thing ever, because it's the King of Pentacles that's in town. This person comes with a lot of material assets. So I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is telling me what's changing is the Five of Pentacles. So your money's changing, and so is your connection. You're no longer on the outside looking in because of the Tower. The Tower's making you realize that the victory is here. Well, I'll just leave that right there. It's been a long time. And this person is someone that you're very connected to. You have history with them. I think it's just taken a long while for you two to heal. But this person showing up is the King of Wands. They are showing up ready, willing, and able with all of the passionate moments in mind. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I will go, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.